G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode number 12 of the Build a Nation series with HAJDUK split in Croatia. We came mightily close to actually finishing off all targets for the series last episode. But can we go again and pick ourselves up to go for that Champions League title? Well, I suppose only time will tell, but let's go and have a look at a couple of things that have happened since the last episode. And the first one I actually picked up on was the profile of the league. We've gone up to number 9 in the competition reputation now, so we've gone up from 13th to 9th thanks to me finishing the Champions League final. That's an incredible jump. That is an incredible jump. We are now got the Croatian First League into the top 10 in Europe, which again was actually one of the targets. I wanted to get the Croatian League into the top 10 reputation wise, and we've done it. We're number 9. And like I said last episode as well, the coefficiency points, they've taken us up to 8th. Which means, I'll have a look at this in a second, must mean we get more qualification spots for Europe. And at the moment, that's what we're sitting at 63.3 for this season. It's dropping us back down to 56.7 for next season. But once I've done all the highlights and we go and I've simulated the season, I'll have a look at this and see whether we go up or down. Who knows? I'm going to try and keep a more BDI on this as the episodes go along. So there we have it. Financially wise, still got nearly 100 million in the bank. I haven't got much of a transfer budget left, but that is because we have been shopping again. So if we go back over this way, one player got brought in before the takeover, a Brian Rodriguez, again a Uruguayan from Nacional, backup goalkeeper. Yeah, I mean, 3-star ability, does exactly what it says on the tin. Nothing massively remarkable, but I wanted to get another backup keeper in. And then also, Mark Yu left before the takeover, so he lasted one season. Unfortunately, more's the pity for him. It just, because I was only playing one striker this time, and it was Obi Martin that was playing a lot, he just didn't get the chances. He only got 1 goal in 15 games. He only made 10 starts and 15 off the bench, so 25 appearances in total, 2 assists, 2 goals. I got him in for a free, sold him for 8 million. Again, that makes up for the Diarra debacle of last season. But then we go to the takeover, made another 33 million in sales. And amazingly, it was Obi Martin that left. But I did have a reason for this, and I'll show you in a second. So Obi Martin, bless him, thank you very much. Very successful in the one season that he was with us. Brought him in for a free. He played, what's that, 46 and 5 off the bench. He played 1 game and scored 2 goals this season. Scored 28 last season. So it's 30 goals in total in, what's that, 52 games. That's not a bad turnaround. And I sold him for 16.5 million. Where he's hit the ground running again in for Al Ali. I'm quite happy with that, actually. That's not too bad. I'm not panicking over that, and again, I'll show you why. And again, his teammate, Marek Naskos, he didn't want to sign a new contract. Got to the age of 27, wanted to move on and see something new. Basically, he didn't want to stick around. 2.5 million brought him in. Very consistent midfielder. He's been one of my better signings, I think. Sold for 7.5. I'm more than happy with that. Made money on it. And also, thank you very much to Svetoslav Vutsov, our stalwart Bulgarian keeper who has been with us on this journey since he signed for a free transfer in, what will be that, the first or second season. And he has been phenomenal for us. Nothing like sort of majorly amazing about him, but he has been consistent. And it shows that in his profile. He's been brilliant, actually. I can't fault him. The amount of clean sheets, especially over the last couple of seasons as well, 20, 21 and 21, can't knock that. And what's that, 167 clean sheets in his playing career, all of them registered for us. So that's not too bad at all. Plus a couple of other smaller sales. Erwin Briol has gone to Sunderland. Kay Gordon went back to England. He's gone to Brentford. David Bartasaghi, a 1-season wonder again, he's gone back to Italy. And Peter Sigert has gone to Salzburg for 2.5 million. But I brought in some absolute blinding, and I mean absolute blinding signings. So I'm going to start from the lowest. Richard Turi from PSG. 23-year-old Croatian central midfielder, somebody who I think will back up Adamo in that central attacking spot. Great decision making, fantastic determination, and brilliant flair. I think he's got all the attributes there to be like. Initially, I thought he'd be more like a Modric, but actually, I think he could be like a Rakitic regen more than anything. He's got more of that style of play to him. Then, one of the key things for me with Naskos going was I wanted to improve that central midfield. I wanted to get somebody a little bit more solid in there. Somebody who was going to really crunch some bones, so to speak. And Xander Drost, 23-year-old Dutch midfielder from FC20 for 17.5 million, answers that call. And as you can see why, great agility, great balance, great jumping reach, naturally fit, great stamina, great teamwork and work rate, and brilliant tackling. He is the ultimate ball-winning midfielder. And plus it being a 23, he's still got some improvement to make as well. So I'm very, very happy with this. I think this is actually a bit of an upgrade on Naskos. Then, one of the stalwarts of Football Manager, I could not believe this guy was actually on my transfer list and was happy to come to us, and I couldn't resist it. I was like, no, really Bardghji, you're coming in, son. You are going to make the grade without a doubt. At the age of 29, he's got a lot of experience. In this one, he floated around a little bit, and he hasn't progressed anywhere near as much as I've seen before. So he moved from Copenhagen to AC Milan, he went on loan to Salzburg, never played, hardly ever played for AC Milan, went on loan to Sevilla, got a bit of time there, and at Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, Milan didn't fancy him, and I brought him in, and he's hit the ground running. So I'm more than happy with that. But obviously, I also did need a striker replacement after losing Guy and Obi Martin. Besnik Fagerberg.
What did he say?
I don't make the names. I really don't. Do not roast me in the comments for this name. I do not make the names. This guy popped up. 26-year-old regen from Sweden. I believe he started off at Malmo. Moved to Juventus for 2.7 million. Barely played. Then went out to ABBA. Now, there's a Swedish connection there that just can't be missed. He's a Swedish striker, and he went to a club called ABBA. Am I the only one seeing this? I don't even know where this ABBA club plays. Where do they play? Saudi Arabia. All right, so the Saudi Arabian side, not the biggest club in the world. So he went there, bagged quite a few goals, and then I decided to sign him for 40.5 million. And again, because he has the same technical and mental attributes as Panchik and Obi Martin, very, very similar style players, dribbling, finishing, first touch, all in the higher area, technique in the higher area, composed and flair. That's what you want from a striker. Plus a decent amount of acceleration and pace, and very agile. I think he'll get us a lot of goals. He's already got 3 and 4 starts. Cannot complain at that. So that is all the transfers done. Tactically wise, again, nothing really changed. I'm keeping it as this system because it proved so successful last season. And yeah, that is it on the recap before I run the highlights. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and run the highlights. Fingers crossed we can actually make a bit more progress in the Champions League. That's what I want. Champions League football again and again and again. Hopefully to get that chance of reaching the final again, and maybe, hopefully not get Real Madrid. We may get lucky and get somebody else and see if we can actually beat them. Because actually, before I do run the highlights, I'm going to show this on the competition side of things. Champions League wise, we got Real Madrid in the final last season. Real Madrid have won it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. They've been in the final once there as well. So they've won it 4 times in the last 11 years, along with Man City and PSG. So they're the teams that I really want to avoid more than anything. But I digress. I waffle on a little bit. Let's go and run the highlights. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. It was as you were domestically this season. In fact, we actually went one better. A 5-0 win against Rudesh, a 6-0 versus Rijeka, 3-0 win versus Dinamo Zagreb, and a 4-0 versus Gorica all contributed to our first Invincibles season, and we win the league title again. We breezed through the early rounds of the Croatian Cup, beating Croatia 3-0 in the semi-finals led to the final versus Osijek, who we narrowly beat 2-1 after a 0-0 draw in the first leg to win our 6th Croatian Cup of the series.
But wait! There's more!
Was last season's Champions League a fluke, or can we go toe-to-toe again? Well, after getting 6 wins in 8, including the scalps of Man United, Lazio and Liverpool, we finished in the top 8 again, only to go on and face Liverpool in the round of 16. After drawing 2-2 at Anfield, we snuck past them 3-1 at the POWERHOUSE to go on and face Barcelona. Again, after a draw in the first leg, we dominated at home, beating them 3-0 to reach the semi-finals versus Arsenal. We did all the damage in the first leg at the POWERHOUSE, beating them 4-0, and despite losing 2-1 at the Emirates, we went through to another Champions League final, only to face Real Madrid again. Will history repeat itself? Not this time. In a more even game, Real went down to 10 men when Borja got sent off, and that opened the door for us. Rooney and Upshall bagged the goals, and we went on to claim our first ever Champions League victory. Well, what do you guys think about that? What an absolutely amazing season that is. All 3 titles won. The Build a Nation series completed. We have hit all our targets now. Absolutely dominating the league, dominating the Croatian Cup, and now we have that European title in the bag after facing our nemesis from last season and doing it again. So let's go and have a quick look at the league, because the league, we've done it in style. Not one season that I've won it have I done it unbeaten, but I did this time, meaning we have 12 seasons, 3, 6, 9 out of the 12. 9 league titles out of the 12. Completely unbeaten, only 6 draws, 4 1-1s and 2 0-0s. It's not bad, but absolutely and utterly smashing the goals in. Only conceded 17. I did say that Xander Drost could be the difference, and it looks like that's going to be the case. We'll have a look at the squad in a second. But yeah, only conceding 17 goals and scoring 94 and going unbeaten all season in the league is brilliant. But then also to go into the Croatian Cup and just utterly obliterate that. Which, bear in mind actually as well, I've only just noticed this. The Croatian Cup as a competition has gone up from 13th to 10th as well. So that means both, if I go back to the league as well, both of our domestic competitions are both in the top 10 in Europe now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I cannot knock that one bit. But the main winner is this. Oh my god. I did not expect that. In fact, to get to the final last season, I did not expect that in the slightest. Especially with the tactical change. I thought we may get into the knockout rounds. I knew we'd do better in the league, and that I was more than happy with. But to get to the final last season and lose, I was gutted at that. But to do it again this season, again, I was only expecting to get quarterfinals, round of 16, something like that, again, to build it up, because I thought, okay, the likes of Real Madrid, PSG and all that are going to come out fighting. But the league phase, we finished 4th. Last season we finished 8th, I think it was, so we only just qualified. But this one was actually a little bit more comfortable. We only lost once at home, weirdly enough, to Borussia Dortmund. We drew against Copenhagen, but winning 6, not only that, but beating the likes of Man United, Liverpool and Lazio in that group, as well as Ajax as well, and Sporting. They're not easy teams by any stretch of the imagination. Then going into the round of 16 and beating Liverpool again. But to the quarterfinals where we had Barcelona, and Barcelona just had no answer for us whatsoever, 3-0. And then to beat Arsenal. Our run to the Champions League final again has not been easy. Liverpool, Barcelona and Arsenal, 3 incredibly tough sides. And then to get to the final and to get Real Madrid again, I thought, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But there we are. HAJDUK Split are your Champions League winners of 2034-35. I cannot believe it. I'm so happy with that. Which also means, financially wise, well over the 110 million mark. They give us 56 million for next season. if we have a look at the squad, in fact, I'm going to clear that because clear that team selection. There we go to right. Okay, yep, we're sorted. So actually, our top scorer this season was Giovanni Adamu, who has developed. Wow! Look at his mental attributes. This guy is, well, he's wanted. Not surprising. Saudi Arabia won him. And he's quite low value. That's a criminal undervalue, considering how consistent he is for the last 2 seasons. Wow. That is incredible. 27 in 3. Carrasco, again, 23 and 16. He is wanted this time. Again, not surprising, Saudi Arabia. But again, development-wise, he is incredible. He's actually our club captain now as well. 16 goals and 10 assists in the league in 27 games this season. He did miss part of the season with injury. But again, consistency is just incredible with him. Then our man, Besnik Fagerberg, he got 21 goals this season in 40 games, which is a good return overall. Bruno Derdov is wanted as well by Saudi Arabia, unsurprising. 18 goals, 11 assists from him. Bardaji, only 15 starts because him and Derdov are fighting it out on that position. But even still, he got 15 goals and 6 assists in 15 starts. Can't complain with that. Richard Turi, who came in as a backup, got 10 and 10. Plus 5 and 5 from Stegmans and Orpchal as well. Everybody's contributed. Drost, above 7 average rating, 9 assists, 3 goals. Beautiful. Has he improved anymore? Doesn't look it. But even still, absolutely brilliant. And then 16 assists from Juan Romero. Again, a player who isn't amazing to look at, and he's still actually only a 2.5-star ability. So it could get better, but actually, again, when it comes down to consistency, he's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. In fact, the whole squad's perfect now. It's a really, really stacked out good squad, full of goals, and they are European champions. That is the main thing. One final thing I wanted to check, actually, was the competition reputation, and that is staying there like that, but I want to have a look at the points. So we are 8th. We're on that at the moment. Ooh, 69.7. We'll move up past Portugal for the next season. And if I did continue to do this, which, okay, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you've made it this far into the video and you watched it, I'm going to leave a comment down below if you want me to carry on for a couple more seasons to see if I can get Croatia into the top 5 of the coefficiency points in Europe. Let's see if I can get past, or ask me if you want to, down to you guys, see if I can get past France and get into the top 5. Do it for a couple more seasons. I'll leave that down to you guys. And there we have it. Season number 12, done and dusted. Build a Nation, technically completed. As I said, I'll leave it down to you guys. Leave the comments down below if you wanted to carry on and see if I can topple France and get into the top 5 of the coefficiency points. I'll go ahead and do that. But if we have a look at the league table for the last time as well, we do have 5 European qualification spots now. Champions League for the top 2, Europa League for 3rd and 4th, and Conference League for 5th. When I first started this, it was only the top 3. And now we've got those extra couple of points, which means it's bringing more money into the league and it's bringing more money into the clubs that qualify in those spots, which means they're being more competitive and it raises the reputation of the Croatian League up even further. And that was the aim of the game of Build a Nation the other day, to get Croatia as a country, as a league competition and cup competition, both into the top 10. That has been done. To get HAJDUK split, become the most dominant team in Croatia, definitely done that. And also to win the big European prize. We've just done that. All targets completed. But like I said before, leave a comment down below if you want to see me carry on to see if I can get Croatian league status and European status into that top 5. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the other content, because by the time this episode is out, I'm well into my Aston Villa save, which is a couple of episodes in, where I've travelled into the future to rescue one team that got relegated, and that team was Aston Villa. I've also got my East Germany save coming up. I've also got my rescue in Leicester save that is coming up, and also a few other bits and pieces as well as the Puskas Academy or Academy Build a Nation save in Hungary. That will be coming in the future as well. As well as, I think I'm going to branch out into a Moneyball save as well. I don't know yet. With a new skin. With the Muffman skin. Possibly. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I've waffled on enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-ra.